This is Thursday. I will do some coding, including trying to get nice score in Google hashcodes. Qualification round happened last week. But I know how to improve the score. Okay, we'll just quickly check if I'm live. Yes. And Twitch again forgot that it's programming. I need to finally understand when sometimes it just forgets a tag. Yep, so we got 5th place. We are going to the finals then, but there is extended round. Scoreboard. The best so far result is 27,206. During the contest, it was 27,203. I know that we need to improve test D. Tough choices. There is a video on my channel with recorded screencast from the contest of my team, well, my screen. You can watch it if you want to see how we progressed during the contest. No, not digitin. This is PDF made of our shared Google document from the contest. We noted some observations here. For D.in, it is same scores for all the books. T is always equal to 2. Every book exists in 2 or 3 libraries. This is not C++. It isn't? I think this is C++. Show me file D.in. There are 30,000 libraries. The first number was what? I don't remember now. B was the number of different books. Then the number of libraries and time. And I need to close some. I will just close everything. Open D.in and pro.cpp. This was score for everything. Fast flow. I will remove this, not remove this. I can create a new one. Let's call it pro9.cpp or just yeah, pro9.cpp. No, that's a stupid name. What will I do here? This is not order, just subset. Let's call that subset.cpp. And I need a completely new solution here where, well, reading and stuff like that is the same. Just remove the flow. I also want to get started with competitive coding. Can you help me out with how to begin? Yeah, like almost always this works. Open Google, how to start with competitive programming, and there are plenty of articles. When did you realize that it was a problem of flows? It is not a problem of flows, but in this in D, we improved our score a little bit with flows, but only a little bit, and now I'm going to solve it better without flows. So no, this is not a problem for flow. That being said, if you assign stuff to each other, it looks like a matching, so might be a flow. Now I care just about the subset. For every book, I will count how many times it is taken. Let's call it read. And this is library. What do we do with libraries there? Scan, bot, used of the number of libraries. Counter it 0. Let's try to flip the state of library number I. If used of I Host is 0 for every book in libs of I. This is EL, library index. For every book in books of this library, if read of B is exactly 1, then we will lost it. If lost is 0, then indeed do it. So say used of IL is false. And well, B. If this becomes 0, then count read minus minus. Right now it's not possible that it becomes 0 because I checked that here, but later maybe I will have some different conditions. Else, not used. I need to also count used. Gain is 0. For its books, if read of B is 0, I counted how many new books I get. If I gain something, and count used is smaller than what? The time? When I read a library, it's the second number is sign up time. And is it constant? 2222? Yes, it is. In reading even I will say assert sign up time is 2. Can use is d over 2, I believe. Every library takes 2 days, so d over 2 is the number of things we can use. minus count used. Used. Count, cout, count, read. Let's see if it works properly. For now, I will remove all of that. Limit use. How did I call it? Can use. Line 54. Oh yeah, I don't use seed now. Each one gets score like this. So this is my score. That's a weak score, but I can do much more. And what is my current score? Submissions and score, not my, here. 5 million. It's stuck. What if I say if lost is at most 1? Oh, much better. 507. This is already better than what we had during the contest. 40,000. Would that give us the highest score already? No. I need 70,000 more. What if I here say gain must be at least 2? No, that's bad. You removed the seed, so running it again won't make a difference. Correct. I just want to see how the score changes while the process goes on. And I believe sometimes there was 508. Best score is 0. If count read greater than best score, score is count read. Print the repetition and print best score times 65 divided by 8,000. $5081. That's nice. Whoa. I think that this is now very nice. We had here 34 And I see 50 more, 54 more. So our score would jump by 54, 89, still not enough to win. 189. You would get the second place. And what happens if I say this? If and modulo 2, then try two things. I is this, j is that, and if used of I and not used of j, then try swapping those. If there is an improvement, or like 5088. Yeah, not enough. I want to see, I think, 5100. In Code Forces, people set their scores. I can see what I should aim for. 5107. This is the goal. If this, then consider gain is 0. For every book in lives of I dot books minus minus bit of b is 0, then minus minus gain. If I didn't worsen the situation, then make this change, otherwise revert. It's much worse. I messed something up. Oh yeah, if change made here, then swap used of I, used of j. Still bad. Why is it worse? Let's do it only from time to time. I think there is something wrong with my code right now. Something was wrong with camera for a moment. Count read. I'm not updating count read. Now I will use seed. If you go to the leaderboard of that competition, you can see that the name of our team was Errichto. I'm very proud of this name of a team. And on Codeforces, somebody posted standings and list of finalists. Let's look at this while my programs run in the background. Yeah, we got 5th place. Japan got 1st, then Past Glory with Gennady. At Qatar, again Japan. There are a few teams from Poland. Rethinkers. I don't know who marathoners are. Grupa Galois is from Wrocław. I don't remember. This is Warsaw. Permas is from Warsaw, as you can guess. Maybe this is with Marek Sokolowski. What do we have? 5089. I think somebody said about Freesat here. This is some very nice interpretation. There are books at 2 libraries each and some at 3 libraries each. If the former are variables and the latter are clauses, then we have a Freesat instance. So far, I don't use at all the fact that books only appear in 2 or 3 libraries. I'm surprised that this is so much worse. Interesting. I wonder if I should switch to that Freesat interpretation, or maybe I can optimize this even more. $50.89. Maybe I can submit this to make sure everything is alright. I got a score of 21 million. Is it a good score for first timers? Everything is a good score for first timers. Don't expect to be close to the top in your first competition. But what about this? Upsolve this problem. Try to get better score now after like reading discussion on Codeforces or watching my video. What do we print at the end? And there's vector of pairs, int, and vector of int. Libs used. I just want to print the score here, the output, so I could submit this. If used of this, it's used pushback. Actually, I know how many I use. This is count used. Read. Clear read. And for books in libs of this library, books, if not read of B. I think I don't even need this. I can just print everything. What was the format output? Format of the output? Print. Oh, 2 numbers. Why 2 numbers? Here is the number. The first one is ID, maybe. Yes, it's ID. If used of that. Then print ID and the number of books for every book. And a new line character. Decrease the number of iterations for a moment. Golang or Python for pen testing? What is pen testing? Oh, I didn't read the input. This was supposed to be subset. d.out. And do I have some checker? Not here. I don't remember how to run the checker. Why don't I have it here? Okay, checker is run with 2 arguments, this and that. I will just move the checker alone. Something was already scanned, but this is not forbidden. Oh, I cannot modify the code. Our checker, it forbids us to reuse the same book, but it is not forbidden in the problem, so I will just submit. This is subset. The file d.out. Penetration testing. TikTok, heads up. So hello everybody in the chat. And regarding Golang or Python, I don't even know Golang. This will take a while. 5081. 81 minus this is short of 50,000, but let's assume 50,000. Is it enough for second place? Yeah, it will be with this change now. Can I improve this? Maybe I should find triples? Or I need to switch to Freesat. Or just I can switch to do something else. I don't care that much to win in Upsolving. Today I also want to go through some Codeforces problems and choose something for my students in high school. I need Codeforces problems similar to Olympiad. Till the previous year, it was always a case that France had the best total score, because I think Hashcode finals for a long time, the finals were in Paris. So mainly teams from France were interested and knew about the competition. And this year, India skyrocketed and has more than twice the number of people and the total score of the second place. That's an interesting trivia to me. I wonder if this gap between third and fourth place is exactly the difference between doing this smartly or not. It's interesting. Once my program finds some change, then a few changes will follow, like you see here. It took 3 minutes. And the new score is 9-0. Nope. Are you using C++17? You can use single quotation marks as digit separators in it instead of multiplying by 1000. Yes, and thanks for reminding me. I'm just not used to new features. Yes, indeed, I can write this, and it will be much better than this poor thing. I don't remember about it when I code. I didn't know you have Twitch channel. Nice, keep going, by the way. Well, thanks. Oh, this score doesn't match. And I don't see the previous one. Why it doesn't match? I don't see statistics. I'm pretty sure the previous was lower too. Okay, then I'm doing something wrong. This should be 5081.24. And it's 5078. I have a bug. Indeed books. Indeed books, insert B. Count read versus indeed books size. But the number of, let's assert that the score is exactly 65. It is. Oh, I'm not submitting best score, I'm submitting the final score. When I here override this, I should remember the state. Okay, I got the issue. Indeed books. I used. Here I should remember it. Best used is used. The issue was I kept modifying my score, and I remembered the best score so far, but I didn't print that one. I printed the final assignment. possibly slightly worse. Expected end of file, go to this. Okay, what is wrong? Count used. This is outdated. I hoped for a moment that maybe I have a logic mistake and after improving it I would have a better score. But it isn't the case. Let's try modifying the logic just a little bit. Can I do something other than just flipping the state of 2? Turning one on, one off. Can I do anything better without using Freesat? And as I think about it, why not run the full thing? Unrelated fact, I'm contacted more and more often with some sponsorship opportunities for my main channel, Errichto. What I have now, I think 70,000 subscribers there. And that's enough so that companies bother you. And in particular, a few days ago, I had the first proposal from some game. I was asked to promote a game. I just now wait for, what was it called? Raid Shadow Legends? I think it's everywhere on YouTube. Some mobile game. Not really an interesting one. I don't have any idea how to improve this. That's awesome, man. Your hard work are paying off. Yes, kind of. Well, to most of those sponsorships, I say no because they are just not interesting. I will see. Things related to my channel, then sure, why not? For example, I promoted Algo Expert. I do videos on coding interviews and they are platform with videos on coding interviews. Oh, that's an interesting take, Mamba. Let's open the chat for a moment. The more a sponsor is not related to you, the better. You don't want to sponsor anything related to you. And why is that? YouTube should a YouTuber... No. Should YouTubers get paid? Should YouTubers be paid? Should YouTubers incorporate? Should I become a YouTuber? Should I be? Quiz. What should a YouTuber's first video be? My first video was just solving some problem or problems. Anyway, do you always use random to optimize your solutions? Yes, because you can run it for a long time and it will keep improving the score usually. Know how to get sponsors. Getting sponsors is easy. but I wonder if there will be anything for YouTubers. I want to know which sponsors to choose. Okay, 5090. Learn how I make over $100 every day in these 5 easy steps. Yeah, easy. Now, I will be lazy here a little bit. I will resubmit stuff from here to get some nice total score. I can do both this and that. That was A. I obviously want to be high in the leaderboard of Upsolving, so I will resubmit everything. I don't know why they don't just copy that. That's a bit boring. Which do you think is the hardest DS algo to understand? I don't know, Matroid intersection, Berlekamp-Massey, Voronoi triangulation with parables. There are, no, maybe not that one. That one is just ugly. There are things that are hard to understand. It's just that some things require a lot of theorem. If you don't know that, then you have no chance to understand it. Strange that they disabled insights in Upsolving was a useful feature. Yeah, I expected that too. During a contest, when you submit, later in details, you see here something like insights, and if you click it, there will be more information about your solution, your submission. Like you used that many libraries, that many books were read twice, what is the percentage of used libraries and books. And the last file, F. I have cool news, by the way. No, not this file. Next week, I will likely stream and do YouTube a lot because I'm home alone for a week. I have a lot of time in mornings, evenings. So maybe I will stream / make videos like 30 hours next week from Monday to Friday. Hello Zaurus. Matt Young asks, how important is talent in competitive programming? How long for someone with extreme dedication but no background to make it to IGM? I don't know. Well, there is some level that you cannot reach without a talent. How much time will it take you to get to national football team? Maybe you cannot do that. Similar for programming. Talent is important. sorry, 27,189, and this is second place. Yes, it is. I think I'm happy with this. 12th place in Upsolving. And still what's missing is that Freesat interpretation. When is your next contest, next competition? Next one when I'm competing? I don't know. What do we have here? clist.by is list of almost all competitions. I don't see here anything interesting in the coming days. Yeah, at Qatar World Tour finals are postponed. It's cool that they did that. It isn't cool how late they announced it. Marek Sokolowski was supposed to fly to Japan on Thursday, something like that, and they announced this a day earlier. So he was already ready to travel, he had tickets, hotel was booked as well, and then a day before they told him and all the finalists that they cancel or postpone the competition. Obviously, health is very, very important. You shouldn't risk your life for a competition. But I'm surprised how late they decided about postponing the finals. Will they refund him? I think yes, or even they bought tickets. So it's not that Marek will lose any money, but he lost a lot of time and stress, because you need to schedule your life, take days off. Maybe it has some surprising financial consequences, like not going to work. Like, it is strange to plan 1 week of your life off because you are abroad and suddenly you aren't going there. So what about Freesat then? Because I think this is best I can do. So every book that appears in 2 libraries, let's say book 1, is in libraries 2 and 5, book 2 in libraries 2 and 8, book 3 in 5 and 10, 2 and 3. Book 5 is 2, 5, 10, 6, 5, 8, 12. Those are variables, those are clauses. How to improve problem solving? Solve problems. If you want to improve at something, practice that thing. How can we check if we have the talent? I don't know. You are better than others when doing the same amount of practice. Practice, solve problems. It's hard to compete in hashcode alone. Two, 5 and 10. Library can have a lot of books. Oh, there was some older observation by my teammate at the end of the competition that often those books of single library, they create an interval of IDs. That might be very important. Which is the best site to start with competition? Really, you can read those articles how to start. They will say what is best. I don't want to be asked the same question every hour when I stream. What was I doing? Yeah. I still don't get this Freesat thing. FAQ is in the description below the video. Next week I will add some chatbot comments. So if you write exclamation mark FAQ, it will show you the link. 510. Those are variables, those are clauses.